Okay, so running through this section test, you can see there from question 1, it is hugging the y-axis, so it's dy, so what you're going to integrate. The y-axis, look at the y-axis running from 0 to b, so if it's dy on the outside, it's x in the middle. Number 2, so it's just an x squared graph, the line y equals 4, and the y-axis is this wee bit in here. So again, we're hugging the y-axis. So the y is going to run from 0 to 4. It's going to be dy, so that means it's an x in here. So take your y equals and get it written as x equals. So the square root is obviously the power of a half, so y to the half goes in there, and then just your normal integration. Number 3, you've got this here curve, and you're looking at between the axes. To draw out this curve, when x is 4, it is 0. When x is 2, 4 minus 2 is square root of 2. Sorry. When y is 0, we should be saying in there. When y is 0, x is 4. And then when x is 0, y is the square root of 4, which is a positive or negative 2. I want this wee bit. Okay. Remember I said in the notes, you could integrate from 0 to 4 going along the x-axis. But this is going to be a power of a half, which is a bracket, which I'd prefer you not to do without me being there. So we'll just curl up the y-axis. So not to up the y-axis, dy, it means x must go in here. So I have to rearrange this in terms of x. So y squared equals 4 minus x. So bringing that x over and the y squared over. So x equals 4 minus y squared. And then you're good to go from there. Question 4. So you have this wee graph here and the line y equals 4. Very simply, I completed the square to do the sketch of it. I'm going to complete the square. Half the middle, take the new number away, squared, and drop down the end. So it meant I moved the graph forward 1 and up 3. So forward 1 and up 3. And then you draw the line y equals 4. And always with these you have to find the points of intersection. So to find the points of intersection, you put your graph equal your line and just all on one side and solve it so it crosses at 0 and at 2. So to find the area, it's the area under the line, it's the upper one, take away the curve. So I tidied it up this time. Sometimes I don't tidy it up, sometimes I do, it doesn't really matter. Just sub in the 2, sub in the 0 and subtract it. Question 5. So you've got x squared plus 2, so there's my x squared, lift it up 2, and there's your line. It's a positive line going through the axis at 2. It's not very well drawn there. And it's going through the axis at 2. It should really be going through this point. But anyway, you get the idea. Find the point of intersection. Intersects at 0 and at 3. So 0, 3. Top one is the line. Take away the curve. Tidy it up if you want to. Integrate, sub your values in. Question 6. I'm going between two curves. So I find the intersection first. And the area, I tried to do this one without a graph, see what would happen. And I had 2 different answers. So anyway, let's see. If you sketch out the graphs, what I did, they were quite close together, the graphs. So I found, put in the point 1. And if I put the point 1 into this graph, it got up to 5. And if I put in the point 1 to this graph and up to, sorry, that one up to 4 and that one up to 5. So I put 1 in there. So that gets you 5, put 1 in there, that gets you 4. So this was my upper graph. So it was this graph, take away the other graph. So this graph, take away the other graph. So tidying it all out, integrating it, subbing your x, subbing your 2. Has me trying to work out which graph is the higher up graph. Okay, question 7. So we've got these 2 graphs going on here. Okay, intersection first of all. Okay, find the intersections. And then for me to try to see which was the higher up graph, if you put in, say, x equals 0, x equals 0 to the x cubed one is 0, put x equals 0 into this one, it's 4. So this one here is the higher up graph. So it was this graph, take away the x cubed. Tidy it up, integrate, and sub your values in.